Hey class, I hope you're enjoying these Dave Ramsey videos as much as I do. We've been had the opportunity and blessing to be able to teach the financial peace classes over the years, and have been offering this to my financial management students for the last 8, 9 years as well. So anyway, it never gets old to me. It never gets old to hear some of your stories and things like that. Um, we can be such great blessings when we've got things together for our finances, and it gives an opportunity for all of us. Once we, you know, uh, learn the basics, that we can have an effect on other people, and the fact that we can always be more generous. We can show others how they're able to do it themselves. A whole plethora of things open themselves up to ourselves, and I think of it. We talk about we're probably going to put together a team, or maybe you're working with a team. Maybe you're the leader, you're the manager, and one of the one things about employees is that if they're not financially stable, they're not going to be a very financially stable employee. And we've been able to offer financial peace and Dave Ramsey's program to many of our employees over the years as well. So not everybody adopts it and takes it and runs, but man, oh man, is it fun to watch them when they do. So hopefully you're having fun with it. Over the years, the people have told me that this is really, even if they've already had it before, is some of the best stuff that they get out of this whole course. And they definitely are life skills. Well, for this week, we're going to dive right into budgeting. It takes a lot of practice. It takes some time. If your wife and you are doing it together, sometimes it takes some just getting over some frustrations, and forgiveness, and that sort of thing too. So, but it just gives you a chance to grow in all this as well. So, I wish you the best. If you need anything throughout this whole process, just know that I've probably been at least in where you're at, or maybe even worse. We were almost bankrupt as a company. Most people might have quit, at the point we were at, maybe even personally as well. So I do know that, and just to be able to do the things that we'd like to do, and that goes a long ways. This week, I've got a few things for you to do. Respond to the forum. Those were great videos. I've just reviewed the first few, and it's early in the week, but they're great stories. Another thing we've got, I'm going to have you do a quiz or a test over the budget and budgeting, and then put together a real short budget of your own. One of the other things that I will get into, and maybe save that for the following week, but the fact that in agriculture and a lot of other businesses, actually, when you really think about it, get most of the bulk of their income or revenue streams at particular times in the year. So they're without, for times of the year. So those things are why it's so important having or being in a business like agriculture. And I say like because Main Street deals with this all the time too. You think about it. If you've got to rely on a Christmas season for a particular business, you're basically selling your calves all at once, or you're very similar to that sort of thing. So we'll give you some helpful hints on how to budget for those kinds of ordeals and things like that. And our next, we're going to follow the budgeting session up with a session or two on debt. And if you're taking a normal college class, debt's something they really drill down deep into and try to get you so that you know your way around it. And I want you to know your way around it too, if you are in that position, or if you end up that way. But know that there are alternatives. You know, and I know Dave Ramsey has said this, and I've said it many, many times too, is like it takes about 20 years to become an overnight success. Now, I know with technology and the way everything's moving, you know, it seems like, you know, maybe what used to be 20 years is now 10 years. But it just takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of time, and growing incrementally. We magnify our mistakes if we just jump right off the cliff right into debt. And you may not think you're going to make many mistakes, but if you're like anybody else, anybody I've seen, anybody I've studied, there's a few mistakes to be had. And they're great things. When you look back on them, you go, boy, that was the best lesson I ever had. And it wasn't that much fun to go through, but you grew in them. And I'm sure you've had moments like that already. But anyway, it's all about the budget this week. And I wish you the best. If you have any questions, give me a holler, would you?